How we doing, folks? Welcome. Communications, eh? My order has been updated on eBay. Some new items coming, folks. So, welcome to Bunker Wednesday, folks. Getting through them, aren't we? What are we at now? 58 or something like that. Absolutely mental. But the Bunker Wednesdays are working. So, I was doing the Hatch Reporter one, but I couldn't do it, folks. It got too much, unfortunately. So maybe one day in the future we might start them again. But at this time, we're just going to we do the Bunker Wednesdays and 2 exploring videos a week. So this week on Bunker Wednesday, folks, we are focusing on the Cold War air raid sirens. We're going to be firing up that bad boy, the Castle Castings air raid siren that was bought about a month ago. We tested it. When was it? A couple of weeks ago or something along those lines. Here, and we only done it at 20%, and that was loud enough. But this time we're going full blast. We're maxing it out on the inverter, 415 volts or what have you, folks, and it's going up there. Yeah, so just demonstrate the all clear warning on this, because inverters you can't get the up and down tack warning red, unfortunately, folks. We're going to be filming it in a large garage sort of thing, a large space. It's going to be this allows us to safely do it and capture the sound properly as well. And it's just going to come out the front. You know, it's going to be loud, but you know, it's sort of helping with the sound. You know what I mean? So yeah, to set up the Castle Casting siren, folks, we're going to be doing it full blast, powered by an inverter, 240 volts to 415. And also we have a guest coming with us, folks. We have the usual. We have Wolfie and Jake and Chris, obviously. Wolfpack Explorations, folk. If you ain't seen that, they're on TikTok and Instagram. I'll put the links down below if you want to check them out. But they join us on most explores now. So yeah, check them out, folks. And we also have a guest coming with us as well today, folks. Heritage War Sirens is joining us, folks. He's going to be bringing 2 of his sirens with us, and he's going to be doing it as well as the big Castle Castings there. And yeah, we do have a little talk through each siren as well and see what's going on with them. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting video. So on that note, folks, let's get to the garage.
This is a CS6, so it's got the same. It's only a single rotor on this one. This has a 10 port side.
Right.
So this will produce 475 hertz signal. 2.2 kilowatt motor, so only have to turn one of them.
Yeah.
But we have this massive solenoid driven damper on the end. So the difference, this one can do an extra signal. It can do a pulse signal.
Yeah.
So that damper will cycle open for 2 seconds, close for 2 seconds. When that damper closes, stops the airflow into the siren and will kill the power of the signal by about half. So you will hear this one making a blasting noise, if you like.
Wow. And this one come from Portsmouth?
This was on the Portsmouth Naval Dockyard, so this was a military nuclear siren. So
yeah.
Got a nice history with this one as well. So
yeah,
that's one of the 3 signals we're going to do today. So we're going to do pulse on that. We're going to do the attack red on the little GP3 down there, and we're going to do the all clear signal on your one.
Wow, it's going to be good.
Yep. So that's your 475 hertz signal side. You've got your 12 port side here, so that's 570 hertz on that side. So these 2 signals together are harmonically linked and will give you a note sort of in a minor third, which is what gives the UK sirens their sort of distinctive sound, if you like.
Yeah.
So when we fire this up, once we reach, we're doing it on the inverter again today, so we'll go up to 50 hertz, which is full power today. These here will be spinning at 2,800 RPM.
Wow.
And there's quite a weight in them, especially with the shaft and the armature in between. So she will be spinning fast. We went up to 20 hertz before. So once we start to get over 30, that's when she's going to start getting loud, because it gets exponential as she's spinning faster, forcing the air faster, so it will get a lot louder than when we run it up the other day. So
Wow.
we've got some nice original plates on here. So we've got the original Castle Castings maker's plate there from Clitheroe, which was where their works were located, and just above that the old crow's foot or broad arrow, whichever it's known as, that marked it as government property.
Yeah. Lovely.
And she's got 3.7 kilowatt motor, and that's about just under 5 horsepower.
Right, so here's the inverter, folks.
Yeah. Get her set up. So this is a bit of a multi-function panel, this one actually. So we've got the inverter side wired down here. Got the main signal changing down here. And on this side we've got a 240 volt auto whaler timer. So this will make the GP3 do the attack red. And this is the timer relays for the solenoid for the damper on the CS6 there. So it's got a couple of different functions on there.
It's always upgrading, folks.
Yeah, this will be upgraded. Eventually there'll be another inverter sat there as well. So I'll be able to do 2 siren output on it.
And this is your...
This is a little GP3, so ignore these on the end. This was just me testing, doing some dampers. So the original siren's a bit in the middle here. So this is a scaled down version of this.
Yeah.
So it's still dual tone.
Right.
But what we've got is a 6 and 5 port arrangement instead of a 12 and 10.
Right.
So it's scaled down. So it will be a higher pitch than that one. But because this one's just a 240, so this one here, again, it's the Cold War. This would have been sort of a factory smaller setting. They would have had these.
Yeah.
Although I have seen a few of these in pictures actually being used as flood sirens, but that's probably by a council's cheaping out rather than buying a big one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. And you made those things yourself at the end?
The dampers on the end, they were just testing, because they did do a CS version of this as well. And eventually I'm going to put electric solenoids on there. These are just manual at the minute, just to test out the signal on it. But we won't worry about them today.
No.
All we're doing is the attack red on it. So.
At full power, he said. Oh, which one is he using?
Tiny little things.
What's the range of that? Would that be a couple of miles? More than that, surely.
What, on that one?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as much as that, but.
Loud as me.
loud as that. We're not sure. The only thing we'll have to watch on the castle is the balance on it. We've never tested up to full power, so she may start walking around the room. If she starts walking around too much, I'll cut it off. But
Yeah.
I think it should be fine. So this one, obviously, it's got no damping on the castle, so it's going to get louder and louder as it goes up this time. So until it reaches top, I'll hold it there a few seconds. I'll let her just coast down on her own, unless there's any issues that I spot, and then I'll cut it off early because it's the first time going up. But she will be powerful, and she will probably sweep your garage for you.
Wow.
So
With these, I mean, apart from stuff blowing away, you don't have a problem with stuff getting sucked in then, to a certain extent.
you could the air gets sucked in the ends.
Right.
So if anything gets sucked in, it would go in the end. So
Should be quite good for that. And come
we
out
should
that
hopefully it'll come out in little pieces.
Do you want me
Be
to
like
sweep the
confetti.
rust up first, or do we just not worry?
I think it's far enough away there.
That was pretty mad.
Yeah, the end there and start. I was going to hold it a few more seconds, but I saw her slowly going. I thought, no, I'll cut it there.
I think we should get one to bolt to one of your. Yes.
Oh, I tried to convince him that he wanted to bolt the small one on the roof of the caravan.
You could do it.
So that's success then, James?
Your mum's going to do a bonfire. She sets the air siren
Full
off.
power. I held it there a couple of seconds. I would have held it a bit longer, but she was just starting to walk away. So I thought we'll cut it there.
The best way to describe that feeling, if you've ever had a chest infection, I've recently had one, it's like a crackly. So it's like you're getting a crackly feeling inside. Yeah.
In your chest, it vibrates,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
That's amazing, that
You've
is.
got to stop my camera.
Right, so thank you very much for watching Bunker Wednesday, folks. Hope you enjoyed that one. Very interesting. We'll be doing it again at some point, and hopefully in the middle of the field would be nice, because that day we done it, it's spitting in the air, and you can't get the inverter wet. The sirens, you don't want to get wet. So yeah, it's just one of them. So on that note, folks, we'll see you again in another video, and thank you very much for your support and all that jazz. So